We're going to demonstrate the Event Temple and Muse integration, specifically by showing how to create or block out spaces in Muse from Event Temple, and how to send banquet charges on your bookings in Event Temple to Muse so you can do all your invoicing from your PMS. Let's start by creating a booking in Event Temple, which is where the Muse reservation will live. We'll create a new booking by adding a contact. So let's say we have Luigi Mario, a regular at our property. Luigi's planning a group trip to our hotel from January 25th until January 29th. And for the purpose of this demonstration, that's all the information that Event Temple needs to know. Next, we'll go into the new booking. And while there are a ton of other features within Event Temple, we're going to take a dive into the Reservations tab. This is where the Muse magic happens and where we can control the reservations by adding or linking any existing reservations to this booking. There are a few ways that you can connect a customer profile to the booking. So one, you can search Muse to see if it has an existing profile. You can create a new contact or customer profile, or you can match the contact and booking to an existing profile. Please note that you do need to know their email to be able to use this feature. From there, we can start to build out the reservation. So we can select the booking status. We're able to select the booking release date. We can put in the group name. Let's call this one November 17th, test group 10. We're able to decide if we want to send a confirmation email or not, the business segment the booking belongs to, as well as the rate that we want to charge. This one is a custom rate that we typically use in our demos. Next up, the spaces. So we're able to add multiple spaces to one booking with this integration. We can also see the individual room capacity, the number of spaces available within that room type, as well as the space rate. We're also able to override the rate if we decide to give Luigi a deal. Now, when we look at this reservation, we can see we're blocking a total of 6 spaces, or in other words, creating 6 Muse reservations. Once we create the booking, we can see a summary of all the reservations that will be created in Muse. We're able to see the space category. We can see the dates. We can see the customer, as well as the status. We're also able to perform action on these fields within Event Temple, but let's take a look at what everything looks like in Muse first. By clicking this drop-down button, we can see the actions that we can perform on our reservations, including seeing the reservation in the PMS. When we click it, we're immediately taken to a new tab within our Muse system. All of these reservations have the booking details that we entered in Event Temple, including the to be confirmed status based on our selection of the optional booking status in Event Temple. So let's confirm a couple of these and see how Event Temple picks up these changes. When we're back in the Event Temple tab, we can still see that the booking status says optional. So there are 2 things that we can do to update this. Number 1 is nothing. Every 15 minutes, Event Temple will refresh all its data from Muse and automatically update any changes that have been made. Or we can manually press the sync button and those changes will be made immediately. So now we can see 2 of these reservations are confirmed. Let's take a look at what it looks like to make a change in Event Temple and see how it's reflected in the PMS. So we'll make a date change to this reservation. We'll change the departure date to January 30th and the arrival date to January 24th. So now we can see those changes reflected in the reservation and we can push it over to Muse. So what does this look like? Let's check it out. So now when we look at this reservation, we see we have 2 confirmed reservations and 1 with extended dates. And as expected, these 2 are separated from the rest of the optional reservations. So that covers the basic with groups and reservations and how Event Temple and Muse communicate that information to each other. Now let's look at how we can post charges from Event Temple into Muse. So we need to start by adding a couple of our banquet menu items to this booking. We'll choose a few random ones and save them. So right away, we're able to see that these charges have not been posted to our PMS. So there are a few ways that we're able to send these over. We can select all of the menu items to send, or we can choose specific items that we want to send over. We'll send them all over right now. Next, we need to select the customer profile we want to post the charges to. In this hypothetical land, Luigi Mario is a very popular name. So we'll choose the first one. And then we'll choose the service we want these menu items to go to. In this case, it's banqueting. And then we'll go and create the order. So now we can see these items have been posted to Muse. And we can see that the order is attached to a customer profile in Muse. When we're in Muse, we're able to see all the invoice details, and you're able to do your invoicing based on your normal workflow. So now you've seen the Muse and Event Temple integration, an integration designed to streamline your sales and event management process while minimizing the risk of errors so you can spend more time with what matters most, your guests.